Is depression a thing of age, gender, or race? What is the cause of the current increase in the number of cases of depressed youths in the world? Find out on today's episode of the Midweek Chat. Hi guys, welcome to Yamin's Take on Things on the Midweek Chat. Today we're going to be talking about something very serious, and that is depression. We're going to be talking about how it affects people, why, what are the causes, what are the triggers, and all through people who contributed their opinions on the Midweek Chat. So before I delve into the topic proper, I would like to give a comment shout out on last week's Midweek Chat video where we talked about the ridiculous reasons people have given for not dating or breaking up with you. And today's favorite comment goes to Kaluba World. And in last week's episode, he commented that I think reasons to not date are not ridiculous. Because if the reasons to enter are not so huge that you can ignore the reasons not to, then you shouldn't enter. Why stress yourself? Reasons to break up though, well, bullets dodged anyway. So guys, what Kaluba is saying here is that you should not enter into a relationship if the reasons to enter are so little that the reasons not to overshadow them. Kaluba is saying that there are no ridiculous reasons to not date a person. Once there is a reason not to, then it's valid to whoever is trying to figure out whether or not to date somebody. And then for breaking up, well, bullets dodged. So thank you so much, Kaluba, and I hope to see your comment again next week. So today's topic, very, very serious, very, very serious. Like, we cannot take this topic lightly at all. But I want to hear what people have to say, and hopefully also hear what you think in the comment section. I was asking this question from a Nigerian perspective, so please do not be put off by the responses which are talking about from a Nigerian perspective. If you are not Nigerian, please write your comments in the comment section based on your own perspective. So this person says, depression is not a Nigerian thing. Triggers are everywhere like dust particles. Increase in depressed youths. Well, our world has increased the pressure of youths of today. Experience with depression was in my teen years. I think the cause was my own esteem. I had serious esteem issues. Once I dealt with it, depression came under my control. Some of the triggers are pressure to belong, to fulfill all societal expectations and detections. So this person is trying to say basically that it is not specific to Nigeria, and I'm sure that's most of what people are going to say in today's episode. And they're saying that the triggers are everywhere, and so it's very, very likely that at one time or the other you would experience depression. This next person says, depression is very real. Most Nigerians, unfortunately, are insensitive about it. They say they care, but their actions don't show that. It's not a Nigerian thing though. It's a human thing. Everyone has an episode or two. Most people are just in denial. No one wants a pity party or the judgmental comments and ignorant statements that most folks churn out. And about personal experiences, the person said, I was lucky to have folks who knew how to care without being judgmental. He said they offer support. I also began to engage in activities that were positive. Those helped a lot. So this next person says, depression is not a Nigerian thing. Everyone everywhere can be affected, and it's more a Western thing. I would say the increased case of depression among youths is as a result of our cultural decline. So before now, there was a strong support system, family and friends who people could lean on, but now it's no longer like that. We are trying to be individualistic like the Westerners, and we are carrying their issues too. Also, in the age of social media, we begin to compare ourselves to the image that people create of themselves on social media and then feel inferior. That's how depression sets in. This next person says, I think the major cause is the see your mate cliche of the society. And the person says, I've never had any personal experiences. However, the human nature can't help but feel brief spells of envy and or jealousy sometimes of the good of others. For good people, such feelings last very briefly. This next comment is from this person who says, the question itself depresses me. It's a thing of any species with emotions. The whole fact that people ask this question is one of the reasons some people are depressed. I've known cats to get depressed when things happen to them and they don't think. The cause of the increase, well, the path is no longer clear. We are in an age of constant change. The roads our parents passed no longer walks, so we are continuously searching. This allows for fear, loss of purpose, etc. And then social media makes it worse for some people because people may look like the way is easy for them. My own experience, I'm a depressed person. I am always depressed. Mine is because I think too much. I know the path I'd like to be on, but to get to my path, I have to pass another. And that one may suck me in. I may lose my way. No matter how much I succeed on this path, I will never really feel successful. And if I do, that's going to make me feel depressed because I know I shouldn't. And the truth is, if you are just climbing higher a ladder on the wrong wall, you will never get to where you want to go. So why continue? So I could give 1,000 instances where I felt so tired and did not see the point of continuing. I think it's a thing creatives suffer, those of us who think too much. So I've actually been told I'm depressed for nothing, I'm ungrateful, but you cannot know another man's pain until you're in his shoes, if you're even capable of feeling them. What helps in this situation is the knowledge that God has a plan and all the long cuts and detours are just a path of the true journey. Wow, so this person dissected and cut and analyzed the whole thing. I love that comment. This next person says, I knew I was depressed when I always wake up hissing like, what the hell, not again. La La Land, in bracket dreams, seems better than reality. You just want to sleep. No zest, no vim. Always thinking of how relieved you'd be if dead. I even questioned eternity, like God. I don't want to shout hallelujah forever and forever and forever. Can I just become non-existent? Like truly rest in peace, fade into oblivion. Pain and tears becomes comforting. You loathe motivational speakers and the it is well crew. I think that's depression. This other person was trying to talk about the triggers for depression, and she said lack of job, lack of proper relationships, lack of an idea of what the future holds, lack of focus, existence of peer pressure. Life generally can take its toll. Okay, that's really nice, really nice. So today I'm not going to start to analyze too much because I've actually written something down and hopefully you gain something from what I have written. There are two types of depression: the caused and the uncaused. The caused is the majority of what we see today. We can find triggers for them, their root causes, and if these causes are taken away, maybe the person will heal and get better. Unemployment, poverty, heartbreak, pressure, stress, lack of fulfillment, jealousy, unhealthy competition, unnecessary comparison can all lead to this caused depression. The good news is, it can be treated, in my opinion. Take the person away from the toxic environment and they will thrive. The uncaused is the one I may never understand and is probably the more dangerous. There is no root cause as far as I'm concerned. You could just watch a comedy and you're depressed. You could be around all the people you love, or be in your dream job, or be wealthy, or the most famous artist, or married to the love of your life and still be depressed. I believe it is rooted in the continuous quest to find the meaning of life and existence. God's plan, the point of it all. This kind is the respecter of nobody. Not class, no intelligence, no fame. Anybody can be a victim. In some cases, it is called clinical depression. I won't share a depression story because I wouldn't know which to choose from. At a point, I felt I was always depressed. Like, that was my constant mood, and then some days I am happy. But I can share the fact that I recently discovered my triggers. 1. Idleness. 2. Repetitive and stressful tasks. 3. Absence of creativity and music. 4. Pressure in any form. 5. Overactiveness without chance to be sober and reflect. Somber reflection helps me a lot. 6. Most importantly, a life without love. 7. A life without passion. I had to talk with some close friends the other day, and the one thing we agreed on was that there is nothing in this life. Nothing worth your stress or tears. Everything goes, nothing lasts, so why kill yourself now? Why not do the things that make you happy? Why not be with the person you love? Just live in the moment and forget about the worries of tomorrow or the regrets of the past. Only now counts. What do you want to do now? Therapy. Forget about the other people. The only race that counts is the one you're running with your past selves. Don't let anyone stress or put pressure on you for marriage, childbirth, professional job, or whatever. Even if it's one person that understands, have that one person to always talk to. The worst thing you can do when you're depressed is be alone. Talk to someone. Listen to good music. It's great therapy. Read good books. Immerse yourself in positivity. Cut away toxicity from your life, even if it's your family members. Don't expect anyone or everyone to love you. The world owes you nothing. Love yourself. Guys, I wrote this down some years ago, and I'm asking myself, how am I that same person that had this much wisdom? But yes, what I said that time really obtains now, and it will continue to obtain. And that's why I'm putting it on this channel, because it's going to be here forever. You can always look it up whenever you feel depressed or sad. Just to summarize everything. Number 1, it is not anything of race, gender, age. Anybody can be depressed. So I feel like this is for the people around you. You might not be depressed, but don't look down on other people because of their race or age or gender and say, oh, you're a man, you should not be depressed. Oh, you're in your 50s, what are you being depressed over? Or you are an African, you're supposed to be strong and not be depressed. Do not look down on others, because that is another trigger for depression. When somebody comes to you, you make it worse by invalidating their feelings. So that's the first answer, like, to the first question. Do not look down on anybody. Now, secondly is, what is the cause of this increase? Now, I am no statistician. I have not done any research on this, and I'm not going to start giving arbitrary percentages like people do these days. But what I know for sure is that everybody's case is different. No two cases are the same. So you cannot really know why this person is depressed compared to the other person, or expect that everybody should be depressed because of one particular reason. I think that, just like I said in my analysis, that there are caused and uncaused depression. For the caused, if you can find the reason that you are depressed, if you can dig deep and find the reason you are depressed, then you can remove yourself from that environment. You can remove that trigger from there. Just like the first person said, the person said, I had self-esteem issues, and when I figured that out, I was able to put my depression under control, because they understood that it's just about them. They have to learn to love themselves and who they are. Okay? But for the uncaused depression, I am not a psychologist, so I do not know. Seek help. Right? Because you've done everything right. You've done all the positivity trainings, you've done the yoga, you've done the exercises, you've done everything, but you just can't be happy. It's not your fault. That's one thing you should first of all understand, that it is not your fault. You are not crazy, or you're not abnormal to feel this way. It's just the way it is. So seek help. right? And then lastly, I'd like to say, in terms of personal experiences, like I said in my analysis, there's no point going to my personal experiences. I have been able to find the triggers, and once in a while I fall back into that. Once in a while, when I'm doing stressful and repetitive tasks, I fall back, and then I catch myself and say, okay, Yamin, you are doing this again, and you are becoming unhappy, you are angry, you are being irrational and erratic, and transferring aggression to people who don't even know your situation. So I catch myself. So every single time I go back to my analysis and say, okay, I'm doing this again, you need to stop. So guys, I don't know who I'm talking to today, and this is a very different midweek chat because it's very, very deep and analytical, but it is very important. We cannot keep talking about music and art and relationships, and then we start like sidelining the important issues just because we think people wouldn't care. But a lot of people care. A lot of people care. I don't know how many people are going to view my channel, but at least the number of people that do will get something from this. So please, thank you for watching, and I hope I've been able to explain and encourage and motivate somebody out there today. If you have any more to add to this, please go in my comment section and tell us your ideas, your solutions, and also if you have any personal experiences that you would like to share, please feel free. This is a safe space. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share with your family and friends. You may not know who needs this. You may not know who needs to hear this. They might not tell you, but they could actually learn something from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next midweek chat. Bye.